there, folks. Here we are back in the lab, and boy, oh boy, this is a doozy of a find for me. This is my find of the year for sure. Well, yeah, look at this sad state of affairs here, though. So this is quite amazing. This is a Fire King, and it's a very old Fire King. And apparently it was on top of a fence post, screwed to it. Yep. Yeah, screwed to a fence post outside. But you notice one thing? There is no rust anywhere. You know why? It's all brass underneath that paint. I got it home and I took a magnet to it. Yep. Of course, there's a metal sleeve inside the fount, but yeah. Everything, it's all brass all over the place. How about that? But look at it, it's wrecked. Yeah, we'll see. But the most amazing thing here, and it's electrified. Yeah. It's electrified. You can see the socket in there. Well, this globe is the coolest globe I've ever seen. For one thing, it's a bullseye. And it's got a patent date of 1887. Right there. Yeah, 1887 patent date on that globe. And the bullseye itself has turned amethyst from exposure to heat. Because there's amethyst in the glass, the glass that they use to make it. So yeah, apparently with aging, these old globes start turning purple. How cool is that? That's the freaking coolest thing I've ever seen. And it's whole, no cracks, no nothing. I'm going to treat it like it's gold. So 1887 is the patent date on this globe. The patent date for the cage here is January 1st, 1889. And the patent date for the lantern is 1893. How about them apples? I really wonder how long this thing has been on the fence post, because you really can't tell. You can't tell because it's brass. So, you know what I mean? How about that? Isn't that cool? So, I'm optimistic of what we can do here. I did just find a whole bunch of brass banding. I don't know, but this looks like, and you can see where it's so very slightly bowed out. Either these are just stress cracks from, northeast, extreme conditions of the Northeast after, who knows, 100 years that it's been on a fence post. So probably some water in the fount and, freezing and thawing for decades and decades. I think it bowed out the tank, but we'll see. So, is that typing on there? Is there typing there? What's that, 1904? 1901? What is that? What is that? Oh, man. Okay, we're going to have to come back to that. Wow, what is that? I bet you it's a station name. 1901. What is that? Whoops. What is that? Holy smokes. I can't really tell. Looks like RF. I don't know. Something. 1901. Is that a one? What's that say? They take a picture. Click. What does that say? It looks like somebody's name. RF something or other. Cool. Okay. Wow. Man, this thing is just producing funness here like crazy. I was beside myself when I saw this pop up, and I jumped on it. And I thought for sure, there's no way I'm going to get this. Well, yeah, I got it. I love it already. I don't care. I don't care. It's all electrified and shit. There's just so many cool things about this that we're gonna go check out right meow. Right. So first thing I want to do is I'm being very careful with that globe. It's gonna be the next thing I do is get that globe out of there and put it somewhere safe. So I'm gonna cut off this, obviously. Now it'll sit flatter. Right. Yeah, I think the first thing I want to do is get that globe out of here, and give it safe keepings. Okay. Here we got. Well. Wow. It's tall, and I got to have the handle up the bail in order to get this cage off of here. There is the cage. Man, brass is awesome. No rust or nothing. Wow. Can't wait to get that freaking paint off there and see what's hiding. All right. And we just found printing on this thing. That's nuts. All right. Look at that. To meet you up there, I had more fun at Dalton than I think I've ever had. 26 patent, November 1st, 1887. Wow. Wow. All right, let me find somewhere safe for this. Everybody get out of the way. Saturday morning, I went down to. All right. So, and that's wow. Okay, so this is I had the globe out yesterday. I had to look at it and check it out, make sure it didn't have cracks in it. And this is the only view I got of this thing. And look what they did. And they wrecked the burner and the crown. Okay. All right. Well, let's. Can I pull that right out of there? Oh, there we go. Boy, that has not been up in a very long time. Thank God that's out. Look what they did. Look what they did to that. Bummer. Because that's a nice old DIETZ. Nice old DIETZ burner. DIETZ, New York. Yeah, okay. That's too bad, man. And I believe that's brass too. Bummer. Oh, that makes me mad. Makes me mad. All right, so this obviously is going to come off. And I was looking, so I saw how rusty that was. So I grabbed this off an old Monarch, and I think this would make a good temporary solution. You hack off all these parts, and we'll have something to use here. We'll see. Actually, I probably have one that's in better shape than this, but we'll clean it up and see. That one was nice, wasn't it? They hacked it. Ugh. Wow. All right, now let's see how easily we can get this on. All right. Huh? Coming right out. Oh, look at the hole, man. At least, I don't think that that is part of the fount. I think all the fount's up in here. We'll see what kind of bottom this has. Man, these things were like finger tight. Looks like those are brass too. How about that? Good idea. They didn't rust. All right. Boo! Boo to whoever you are that did that. Alright. Let's see what the bottom is. What's going on down here. That looks like nickel, man. That looks like nickel. Maybe this whole thing was brass or nickel plated brass. How much you want to bet? Look at that. I bet you. Wow. Yeah, okay. Well, let's get this plate up here so we can explore what's going on down there. Well, this is quite a task, purely for the reason of these pliers I have that'll assist me here are shitty. And I do not want to. You know what? I bet you I'm better off hacking that off of there. And make it much easier to bend. Let's get this shit off of here. There we go. That worked out. Wow. That's freaking brass too. Ugh. This thing was all brass. Man, oh man. Okay. What is making all that noise in there? Oh, I see a baffle. And lots of rust. Lots of rust. I suspect that that is the remnants of the tin tank. It's just rotted to hell. How am I going to get all that out of there? Because there's a baffle. Oh boy. There's some very small holes around the baffle. Oh, we can get it out the bottom too. I wonder if I can get it out. Get them out with a magnet. Yeah, it'll take forever, but I think I can. Yeah, look at that. Because it's brass, it'll just get the shit out for me. Look at that. Man, I knew I had a use for this thing somewhere. As I get some of it in my finger. Yeah, look at that. Man, it's working like a charm. I really wish I had one of those engine block scopes so I could see what's going on in here. I mean,
rest of the gang out here.
Can I make this thing hold fluid again?
Man, I'll tell you, I just absolutely just hate to hear about Sam there.
Shortwave radio going in here in the background, folks, as usual. Okay, I think we got probably 90% of it out of there. And we got lots of other things to do to this, so we can revisit that. We can revisit that once we decide what kind of thing's gonna happen here. Wow, look at all that. Look at all that shit. I bet you that's the fount. My question would be, like, if I got some of that, what is it, P15? I mean, you seal all, I don't know, man. But maybe some serious tank liner will be able to seal that up. But you got to work around that baffle that's in there. All right, let me get this cleaned up here. Man, that's got to weigh something. I said there's no steel left in this thing at all. I wonder. Look at that. One little tug. Awesome. Now maybe I can get some of the stuff out of there that was stopped by the baffle. It sounds like we got pretty much everything. I don't hear any more chunks. Yeah, so the question's going to be, how can I make this hold fuel? I wonder if I can almost see light through those cracks. Let's see. The steel walls are just shot. And it looks like even the bottom of the baffle. Okay, well that's why I was able to get that chunkage out of there. Bottom of the baffle rusted. The bottom itself looks all right. It looks like that. Let me see. I don't know, man. Huh. Well, I think I just love that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nickel, man. Oh man, I wonder how much shine we're gonna have under this. Nickel-plated brass. Oh, amazing. I can see just sparkles of it. Sparkles. Right. So I think we're just gonna go right and get the paint off of there. Heavy duty, man. Heavy duty. Obviously built with a little extra care there. Okay, now, boy, oh boy, I am curious about what that name is on the front, or whatever that text is. Something with 1901 on it. Well, there's a Frederick Russell Bigelow, the fourth president of the St. Paul Fire and Marine Insurance Company, established R.F. Bigelow Foundation in 1938. Yeah. Maybe that is a W. Yeah, okay, we'll have to revisit that. I'm just so curious. I wanted to check it out like right now. Yeah. Right. So, maybe we'll see a little bit more once we get the paint off of that beautiful nickel that might be underneath there. All right, well, let's see. There's even still some carbon on the other side of the smoke bell. Pretty much the only steel on this thing right here. It's pretty chewed up, but it'll be all right. But it's chewed, man. All right, let's go get some paint off this stuff. Let's see if there's anything here that's cool looking. So this is my first Fire King. Yeah, indeed. That's another reason I wanted to grab it. There's so many lanterns that I would love to have for my collection, but they're all completely out of my budget, no matter what the condition. Until now. So this one was a really good deal. The more I'm looking at it, the more of a good deal I am seeing. Yep, January 1st, 1889. How about that? I'm dying to know if that's a O, or a W. Bigelow makes sense. Bigelow. That doesn't. So R.F. Bigelow, 1901. That's so cool. Okay, let's go get some paint off. I am excited. Hopefully, a dreaded silver paint won't be too much of a problem. But I am going to do the old oven idea. I'm going to put this in the oven, warm it up, pull it out, spray her down, throw it in a bag, and then I will start assembling my dinner. Yes. Man, oh man. How cool is this? Yeah, so here we are. So I'm doing 2-camera thing here, as you can see. So, yeah. See if we can see down in there. Can you see down in there? Let's see if I can put more light in there. So that thing you see along the top there is remnants of the baffle. Maybe we can do a reverse here. Put the light in here. This freaking light, man. This thing has never been right from day one, but I really like having a pen light around. Yeah, you can see a baffle go. That's the hole in the middle. You can see it there. For the cord right there in the middle. All right. Well, yeah, maybe I wonder if you can see the side walls. You probably can. Can you see that? Yeah, it's the side walls. There you go. You can see the side walls of the steel fount. Ugh. I'm thinking maybe some of that P15 just coat the living shit out of the inside of this thing. Make a tank out of whatever's left there. But that stuff's expensive. I wonder. We'll see when that time comes. Yeah, you can see. That's the baffle. And there's the hole. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, it's nickel, man. Awesome. All right, let's go get some paint off of here. What do you say? Well, look at this. Look at this, man. Nickel-plated brass. And the only discoloration is from the steel. Right there. But we'll get all that cleaned up. Yeah. Man, look at that. Look at that crazy cracking. But yeah, so I did the oven trick with the paint remover, easy off. So I preheated the oven to 350 and threw the lantern in there for about 4 minutes. Pulled it out, sprayed it down, put it on a pan, turned the oven off, and put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. Came out and I just with a brush, and it came right off. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Man. Loving it. Loving this. All right, so, and it does look like R.E. Bigelow. So maybe we'll work on that a little bit. See if we can bring that out a little bit more. Because I'm really curious. I can't help myself. I like to research things. There's a good view of it. All right. Yeah, let me try a little something here. Try this little buffing wheel here. See if it reveals anything for us. All right. Yeah. Okay. RF Bigelow. And it looks like, is that a 1 or a 4? Oh. Yeah, got to hit record. Let's see. Is that a 1 or a 4? That looks like a 4. I think that's a 4. So we got RF Bigelow. Nice little wavy marks there around it. Okay, RF Bigelow. I'll be able to do some research on that when I'm eating my dinner. Very cool. Okay. So, looks like there's going to be some polishing going on here. I guess my question would be, well, first I got to find a burner and a crown, preferably brass. I don't think that would be a problem, but man, I wish it was, wish I had a burner that old. And this marked one. Oh, why would you do that? Maybe I can find one and pull this cog out. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the spindles are put on there when it's... Yeah. All right. Bummer. Yeah, clean up no problem. So this does not need the bench grinder. I don't think we can do all this with Dremel bits, I think. Except for the polishing wheel. I'll probably take it to the polishing wheel. I'm definitely going to take it to the polishing wheel. Man. This is cool, man. I'm glad I found this. This is fun. This is very fun for me. I mean, you know, I'm all right with the idea of it not ever firing again, but you know, I'm skeptical. Like I said, if I could find um, the right sealant for it, and I can patch that up, that's not a problem. I'm curious as to whether these. I did see water coming out of these when I was rinsing it out. I used to think I was seeing water coming out of these. So I found it might go down there. But yeah, I think I can patch those holes up. I don't have any nickel plate, but I got brass. I can maybe put some brass on the inside. Cool. I'm looking to see what is left there of nickel. Pretty amazing, man. This was just in the elements of the Northeast for who knows how long. I feel like there's just a light coat of oxidation on here, and there's a real shine hiding underneath. I can, oh yeah, look at that. There's some of the nickel coming off. I mean, that's, you know, let's be fair, folks. I'm not going to leave peeling chunks of it on there. So if there's chunks peeling off, they're going to come off doing what we're doing here. So I am understanding that. I'm not concerned about it. This thing certainly looked like it had a life, a serious work life before it was painted. That's the way it looks. But I mean, you can see what they painted over. That's looking very nice. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just kind of playing. I'm going around and playing and looking, seeing what's going on here. Looking to see if there's other engravings or anything on it. So I realized that what I did with the magnet, trying to get some of that stuff out of there, I kind of electrified some of the metal parts of the lantern by scraping it across. And that's how you learn it, man. Back in science class. How to make a magnet out of a nail. Yeah. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try, it's on the fountain for now. I'm going to try the polishing wheel. Just for fun. You know, it might catch on this and just be a mess. But I think there's a real good shine hanging out underneath all this crap. Yes, I do. This thing's still a little wet. I'm rinsing it off. Magnet, man. Get yourself a couple good rare earth magnets for your shop. This just comes in so handy for so much stuff. Oh yeah. Speaking of magnets, I grabbed this at an estate sale the other day. So this is great. Auto mechanics use these all the time, so they could just go in and plop that. There, this will be good. Yeah. Got a big magnet on the bottom. So you plop it on the engine block or something, and you're taking screws and stuff out, and you throw it in there, and it holds onto it. Oh, that's a bad example. Yeah, that. So yeah. So you know, nuts and bolts while you're working on the engine or whatever it is that you're working on, and you just throw your parts in there, and it stays steady and keeps your parts from getting lost. So that's cool. That was $2. This will be a big help here in the shop. As you know, if you watch past videos, stuff falls on the floor here, man. It's gone forever. Gone into the void. All right. So I'm gonna go over to the bench grinder and to the polishing wheel over on the bench, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can polish up that RF Bigelow. Very cool. All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Right. Well, looky here. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I gotta do some fixing on with this little wheel here, because there's some hunks of yeah, you can see it in the fire department there. That's all this stuff right here, and that's what it is in the cracks there too. And I'll get it with this little thing, but I had to go and see.
Yeah, got all of that.
Yeah, look at that.
So,
A lot of the nickel's gone, but
because I don't remember it.
very cool. It's looking great. Yeah, it's looking great. This is looking really nice. You know, I mean, I only worked on the tank here. I didn't go anywhere else up here just yet. This was kind of a test. But okay, now I'll go at it with that little bit and see what we can. I'm playing right now, and I am having a freaking ball with this thing. There we go. Get our lighting back. Yeah, so let's play around a little bit with this little baby. Yeah, and I got a number of those. Let's see.
All right, thanks. I got it, David.
I think I do. All right. There we go.
That's it. I'll let me get that correct here. Wow. Okay, you're up there next
Okay,
Dave, aren't
let's
you?
play.
Over that way.
Exit 19 on the New York State Thruway. It's called Kingston.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this one around.
Go down I-90 to
I just want to make sure that I'm not getting down to the center post of that and making things bad here.
87 to 209 or toward Ellenville. Halfway between Ellenville and Kingston.
Okay, so let's throw some little orange strings around. There's going to be strings flying all over the place, but that's all right. We got more wheels. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like we have another line of looks like another line of
But I thought I would cheat it at one point, and
patent
everybody
dates.
wants to be the loudest
Focus.
station, you know, especially in New
It
York.
looks like
So you're allowed peaks of 100% modulation.
00. Well, it looks like maybe
You
1900.
had a subcarrier if you were giving away your signal to somebody
They're
else.
probably June.
It'd give you 0.5% for every percent you gave to the subcarrier. So if I had a subcarrier at 110K and I was giving him allegedly
Looks like 1900. That's what I think I'm seeing there.
me have 105%. You know, 0.5% back to every
Looks like somebody hacked off.
to the subcarrier.
You can see the lip on the back
An extra 5%.
is not there on the front.
So me being a wise guy, I would.
Well, that's been hacked off
I would
there.
give them their
So yeah, that looks
10%.
like June
They'd
of 1900.
give them 8%. But
I had a suspicion that it was later, you know, a bit later than 93, considering the air tubes and the things. Okay. And that kind of lines up with that 1904 or 1901 kind of deal there.
So I tried that, and yeah, I made the music a little bit louder. The problem
Is that a 1 or a 4?
is required to basically go between mono and stereo.
I would say it's a. Oh man, I don't know.
Picks up that 38K tone. It says, "Oh, stereo station. Let's use a stereo format."
I don't know, man.
No pilot tone. Let's go to mono. And when you go back and forth between those two, it sounds like mono.
So that
in and out, in and out. And
that one
trying to cheat
look like that one or not? The bottom does.
on the subcarrier, rather the power tone, W1UU.
Boy, that's hard to tell.
Cold beans. W1UUU with your high fidelity
Okay.
audio coming in.
I will look at this image up close
On AM and
when I'm eating dinner.
or no, wait, let's not call it that. Let's call it
Well,
stereo.
but anyway, look at this, man.
Carrier, pilot
Look at what we're getting out of this. I really didn't think. Wow. Very nice. There's a lot more polishing to go, and luckily I got a bunch more of them wheels, and you can see the little yellow hairs are everywhere. It's too bad I can't gather them up with a magnet. But okay, well, that's gonna do it for today on this. I like to stretch this out a couple of days because this is so much fun. I don't want the fun to end here. Also, a little bit of polish on this. There. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, those little hairs are everywhere. I'll just have to take a shot back to everything. Here, vacuum them up. Okay, well, I don't need to clean this up because I'm going to make a whole other mess with more tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight because I'm going to be like, man, I want to go play some more. But hey, this is so cool. Okay. Glad. I'm glad I found this. I'm going to take this, you know what? I can't help myself. I'm going to go put this on the bench grinder and see what kind of shape it's in. I have one that's out of a newer Monarch that I might be able to get a good polish out of once we get the shit off of it. Let me go dig for that. I know where I put it. It was between this and that, and I kept this because this was much older, but I don't think. And let me check the cone, the holes on the cone too. Oh, I know. That's no. Okay, as you can see, parts. So let's see what we can do here. That's a fit. Okay, nice, snug fit. Excellent. This has got these little baffles in here. Yeah, well, that'll work, but I don't like that newer cog there. Well, I mean, it's got, I don't like that cog. I don't know what that's from. That'll fit, though. We're going to want brass, and this brass, so. Got to find something with the right cogwheel on the end there. So we got cone, I think. Yeah, what's that? That's got, oh yeah, that was painted black. I like this cogwheel much better than that one. This one looks like it's out of something super modern, like some kind of crappy, you know, Hong Kong made thing. Hard to say. This is what we want, though. Yeah. All right, so we got that there. Ah. Ah. Awesome. Excellent. Okay. Awesome. Meanwhile, let's see. Nope. Okay. All right, let me go look for that other plate. Okay, I think this might be our candidate right here. Nice. I just got to do some hacking off here. Pardon my French.
You get it all working there? It's all patched up and marked.
And I, you know, I could peel these back, but I don't think I'd get them bent over nice enough to be consistent. So I'm just going to hack them off, hacksaw there. This, I wonder, how is that in there? Is that? That could be a problem. I might have to hack that across like that. As I thought, if that's soldered, that might have something to do with this little eye here. Well, let's see what I can do. I'm going to put this in a vise and hack these off. Hacksaw. Shouldn't take me long. And I'll be right back. All right. Well. Look at that. So, we hacked off these things here, and I took a tin snips were easy enough to just hack that right off. So I'll probably shave down that little nub right there. But heck, look at that, man. Look at that. There we go. It's not brass, but it's, it looks nice. Got a polish on it, and that'll match. Yeah. Like it was made for it. Cool. Maybe I could even put more polish on that. Yeah. But hey, man, leaps and bounds. Look, we found a burner and a crown. We found a globe plate. Now I just wish the fountain was not so badly injured on the inside. All right. Don't need that anymore. We got that. Let me see here. Come on now. All right, I don't need this anymore. Listen to this ham guy. Yappity yap yap. He's a kind of strange person, but it's interesting. He's interesting. All right. So let's put a little polish on here, and just because. Now these holes are going to shred this bit pretty easily, and holes like that, they shred nylon bits like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, I will. How about that? Look at that. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but more perfecter than this. Excellent. Okay, I don't need these, but this could be useful in other applications. Some good wire there. Lantern wire. Lantern wire. That's DIETZ lantern wire. All right, let's clean up this mess a little bit. Yeah, I shredded a couple nylon bits on that. I don't care. I want it to match. Those are the kind of things that I think about, like when I'm sleeping or doing other things. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I want to kind of figure that out right now. Otherwise, it's gonna bug me. Like, why am I spending this time working for a living when I could be playing with lanterns? Yeah.
In my case, the first thing I want to do for securing my transmitter,
right.
take this Hermes and I want to put that into a dummy.
Well, look at what we're doing here, folks. Look at what we're making here. Awesome. All right. It's getting kind of late. Okay. So we have come a long way with this thing for sure. Very cool. Bummer about them cracks, though. It'd be great if I could just fill the cracks with solder and polish the solder. Wouldn't that be awesome? But I don't know how to do it. Or even if that's a possibility. I don't know if you could just go fill cracks like that. Because you got to get the solder to stick to it all. And that's just rust and shit in there. And now it's got polish in the crack. Polish in the crack. That's right. I hate it when that happens. Man, this looks so much different than when we found it. Very nice. We are getting there, man. We are getting there. Okay. Well, that's going to do it. Me and Supervised Baby here are going to go get something to eat. And tomorrow it's going to come up just like... Okay, so yeah, I couldn't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. Now I'm gonna go make my dinner. I had to just see. I was looking at this and I'm like, you know, there's a little cloudiness on there. Yeah, look at that. Much better. Okay, now I'm gonna go have dinner. Yeah, now. Yeah, I promise. This time I'm gonna go have dinner. Well, good morning. Yeah, I haven't even tried making my breakfast yet. I'm in here playing. I was thinking about things in bed, and I was thinking about some of these areas where there's a real dark tarnish on the brass. I think if I could bring the brass shine out, it would accent the nickel greatly. So I'm trying to get through this tarnish. I tried white vinegar, it didn't quite work, and I got a ton of brass though, so I'm throwing some brass on here. I've already kind of brightened this up a little bit. Let's see. I got a ton of brass though, so I'll let that work. Let's see what happens without flinging brass all around here. Well, so look at this one here compared to that. Yeah, look at all that darkness there. I didn't get down to like real weird. Serious tarnish on that. Can't quite get through it. What if I put vinegar on it now? Let's see it. Yeah. Million times better. Okay. Cool. Alright. Let's try it over here. Steel wool and Brasso. Now granted there's more of that nickel coming off. But I mean if there's nickel just like hanging there by a thread, I'm not gonna leave it on there. Gotta think longevity here. We don't need this to be peeling on the shelf. Yeah, it looks a lot better, man. Very cool. So I think next is going to be polishing. So I pretty much did a polish up to right about here. Now we're going to bring it up here. And I got a ton of Brasso, so I think I'm going to kind of paint on the Brasso and work on it with some of these bits here. Get things nicely polished up. Yeah. Yeah, so that looks, I like that a lot better. That just brightens it up real nice. Okay, cool. Nice. Well, let's see how it goes. I can do a little bit before I go. I can't help myself, man. I want to do this, but I also would like to have breakfast. So let me try it a little bit. We'll go up this little air tube here. We'll do this little spot. And I'm painting on this Brasso rather than like dipping the bit in it, because it'll just go flying everywhere. If it makes a real mess in here and it gets in your face, you know. So like I said, I can see it's taken off a little more of the nickel here and there, but that means that the nickel would have been just coming off very soon anyway. I mean, if it's flying off here, I'm not really freaking out about just, I'm not gonna leave shit on there that feeling be silly. But things are looking nice. Lots of nickel left. Yeah, see, it's bringing out patina, man. That's very cool. We were finding patina in all that, craziness going on here. Very cool. All right, so let's try it on here. Yeah, patina's amazing on this thing now. Look at that. Just look at that. Just find it under all that. Love it. You can see all the finger marks and everything where it was lifted up, played with, touched, used. This is great, man. And I've been thinking about how the heck got. Oh God, I got this brass strapping. This piece right here. I put a nice little brass plug over that. Originally, I had thought when I had seen this with the cracks, when it still had the paint on it, I thought it was going to be brass underneath and not the nickel-plated brass. And I thought, oh, maybe I can put, you know, that would look awful. But I've also been thinking that I get all these holes sealed up. I just fill whatever is in here, this opening, and fill it with a sealant. I wonder if I can get it to work. I mean, the only major holes is this and these here and these cracks. So, and I don't see light coming through here. And unfortunately, I got like polish in these cracks. I'm not going to mess with these cracks though. So I'm thinking maybe I put like a whole tube of seal-all in there. And hope for the best. I'd be sitting here rocking it like a baby for a long time, trying to get it where it all needs to go, but hey. Yeah, man. We're almost done with this thing. Well, actually, I gotta work on these wires a little bit. Give them a little something. They need some TLC. Yeah. Well, man, not a whole lot more to do. Not a whole lot more to do except think about that tank. Yeah. I'm really amazed that this came out of that awful predicament. Screwed to a fence post. This thing a beauty. I haven't put the cage back on it in a while. Let's take a look. Trying to figure out the deal with this. Maybe it sat a little. I bet you it was on there a lot tighter at some point. It would hold that on there. Yeah, I bet you this cage was a little rounder and fit on there really tight. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't just flopping around like that. You know, this thing, man. Yeah. Great. I am loving it. Yep. Mr. Bigelow. Oh, been doing some research on Mr. Bigelow. It's a very big possibility, although the first initials are flipped, so maybe this was a typo. I don't know. Like this is RF. FR Bigelow was an executive for a fire and marine insurance company. Wouldn't that make sense? In St. Paul, Minnesota. And apparently, he died in like 46, and he has a philanthropic organization that they started around the time that he died. And they're still doing stuff for St. Paul. And apparently, he went on to become one of the founders of Travelers Insurance. How about that? So, yeah, I wonder if that is the same guy. And around 1904, he was a rising executive at this insurance company. Maybe he got this, as a promotional gift. Fire department, fire insurance. That's a big possibility. And I searched, New York State and things like that. And I wasn't finding anything, but AI was big help, trying to help me figure out what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to go have some breakfast. Wow, I've been in here. Wow, yeah, boy, I just killed an hour and a half without even knowing it. Okay, cool. So, all right, we'll be back, and what do we do? What are we going to do next? Well, could put that on there. Man, I would love to fire this thing up. Maybe I should just go ahead and throw some seal all in there. I got to think it over. Oh, yeah, I got to plug holes up. Yep. Oh, you know what? There was something I wanted to try. Hold on. All right. So, I was looking at the hole in the bottom. I wonder if I can get, it's like right there. Can I get to it? That one's too big. I need a smaller dowel. I wonder if I can, I'd like to flatten that out. It looked like that was punched in there. I'd like to flatten it out from the inside so it'd be easier to patch it up. That's such a jagged hole. Well, I could just cut a bigger piece of brass. Let me get my brass strapping here. There I got. I got some brass, so I can just cut a circle, solder it on there. And I was thinking, maybe little tiny brass plugs here. I think on the back, I would have to pack the hole. Maybe I'll pack the hole with like JB Weld it, the back part, because these surfaces are so close to each other. I couldn't solder both sides, I don't think, because you try to heat up this to solder one, and the other side like it's falling off. You know what I mean? I don't know. But that might be what I'm going to do. And pack that with some tank putty. I have some tank putty. At the outside, maybe we'll put some little brass plugs over the holes. And put brass plug there. Yeah. I guess what we'll do. And then we'll throw us a bunch of seal all in there. Yeah. All right, let me think it over. I may just get halfway through my breakfast and go, screw it, I'm going to go do this now. Because I would love to get this treated. And then, by the time I get home tonight, we could fire it up. You know what I mean? Man. Well, maybe I'm not going to get breakfast at this very second. It'd be amazing for just in a couple of days of work on this thing that I could get it burning. I got a lot of seal all, which is great. It'll probably take a lot. I grabbed this. Whoa! I grabbed this stuff at auction. Hello there. So I'll cut off a sizable chunk so I can keep it nearby. All right. I'm laying this out just 'cause I don't want to, you know, keep scratching up this beauty. This beauty. Uh-huh. I did pretty good making a circle. Huh. Not bad. Uh-huh. Huh. Yeah, well. Okay. All right, well, we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to have to use my belly to hold this thing in my lap. Well, let's see. I got to try to tin this. I'm going to tin this up here. Just like that. Yeah. Look at that. I think we did good. All right. Clean her up for the last tone. Get rid of the extra flux. There we go. Look at that. We'll leave it all kind of tarnished looking. There. Big hole. It soldered. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Now, maybe we could try that. Let's make some little plugs to put on those little holes there. Let's try that next. Okay, so let's see here. Cool. I like to round these edges though. I think having sharp edges draws attention. So we're gonna kind of round these corners off here. Might be able to make that work. Let's see if I can tin that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So now we just need to clean up a little area around our little hole here. Yeah. Nice. Like it was made for it. I am happy with that. Yeah, we'll come back around and we'll polish around that. Because the acetone, yeah, it does things. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so let's see. See how big a piece we had here. Ah! Let's tin it up a little bit. Excellent. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let me clean up here a little bit. Okay. Nice. I mean, these look like original. They look nicely. This was old patinaed brass that we put on there. Well, there's a hunk of that shit. Yeah. Look at this, man. How'd I do? Yeah, I'm gonna put a little. I got some tank putty, I think, pack in the bottom, but I don't think I can be able to solder that because of all these little ridges here. I know I got something. Okay, so this I can make in small amounts, and we'll just pack it in there, and it'll be perfect. Perfect. So this is a putty. It's a 2-part mix here. So what you do is you hack off a little hunk, and then you mix it all together, and it kind of makes like a dark gray putty. And it's JB Welded, but it's an epoxy putty. And this is good because you can make it in little amounts. I always make too much, but I would like to, do this the old-fashioned way, and with brass and solder, but I just don't think I'd be able to put enough heat there without the other side falling off. So I'm all right. I'm all right with this. And this is all, this is pretty much also like just kind of a patch for, the seal all or whatever it is I use to seal the tank. And I think, what is it, P15 is some of that tank sealant. But I actually do have a couple of tubes, I think, of seal all. I think I'm just going to throw that shit in there and just hope for the best. There's really no holes, except really on the inside where all that metal. So, hey, you know what? These cracks, maybe. Yeah, probably weep through these cracks. Yeah. Okay. Gotta do this before the stuff hardens up more. As you can see, I made entirely too much. Yeah. Okay, yeah, my phone just died. But luckily I have 2 phones. I was able to find a locked version of my Pixel 7 on Marketplace for $50. And I just use it as a second camera because I do Uber drive. And I like having the the ability to take pictures and maybe do some browsing if I can get near Wi-Fi, in the car. So I can keep my actual phone doing the navigation. I have a backup phone. And it's really fun for, me recording my concerts and stuff like that. Doing a 2-camera thing's fun. I'm just making sure it's well packed so I can kind of grind off what's the excess. At some point, make it look pretty. All right, what am I gonna do with this? Is there anything here I need to do with this? I could pack it in them cracks, but that's what our seal all is gonna do. That's gonna fix that. Yeah. Okay, so that worked. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, we don't want that. Oh, and I got 2 more tubes of it. Yeah, that's right. I stocked up. I got a 4-pack. Found a deal on Amazon, a 4-pack of Seal All. Really good price if you like Seal All. Okay. All right. Let me clean up. This is a freaking mess here. Right. Okay. All cleaned up. Ah. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna just throw a ton of seal all in there. Oh yeah, I can see where I did my patch. I really can't see the cracks, but I know they're there. Now this will be interesting because there could be a crevice between the rusty steel sleeve. Yeah, there is. There's a gap. So it's gonna need a lot of manipulation here to get that seal all. I wonder if I need to thin it out a little bit to get it to roll around. In the past, I have thinned it out with a little acetone so it'll travel better, but then I had leaks. So, I need, I need something that's not plastic to add acetone to it. Because this will eat the plastic and then it'll go all over the place. I've done that before. I have fallen for that issue. Yeah, I'll go find something. Yeah, got this little thing. I think this was like something you got, like jelly or something in. But I could put acetone in it and clean out any... what am I saving this for? But I wanted something small I could still pour in there. Yeah, it's amazing. It ate like the first 3/4 of an inch of that baffle all the way around is rotted off. So yeah, water sat in there for a long time. That's what happened. Just too many freaking New York winters, man. Yep. Okay, so I think... Alright, so actually, like that. Gonna need more acetone. It's a very useful. This stuff's very useful in the lab, man. Yes, indeed. But watch it around plastic. If you get, you get some kind of cleaner to get that like scum off a piece of plastic, it'll wreck the plastic. It'll wreck it. It'll melt it. Why is it doing that in here? This must be a certain grade of plastic. This is food grade. This had chicken base in it. So maybe that's why this is holding up. But you just watch it on surfaces of, yeah. So yeah, I think I'll take some of this and just very lightly thin out the seal all. got this idea from a hospital having a procedure done. Yeah. Just like how they mask, you know, like either they're inserting something or they're cutting something or they're doing something to you. Gotta get every last drop out of that toothpaste. Boy, the shortwave has been very inactive. You know, even since I was in bed early this morning trying to listen, see if any of the guys, you know, got up, do their usual morning talk. So, yeah, something weird going on with the propagation. I'm in the AM window, in case you're wondering. All right, I think a whole tube is enough, and this is equaling a whole tube. We'll start with that and see how that goes. All right. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot of shit. Yeah, I was able to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Why does acetone spill so easy? I don't know. Okay, so it's a delivery method I used in the past because acetone likes to just spill everywhere. So I accidentally poured a whole bunch in here, and then I poured a whole bunch of it off. And now I'm putting some back in. All right, we're going to pour it all in there. Every bit of it. Oh, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot for this little fount, but I think it just might need it for those cracks. And like I said, there's very little left of the inside steel sleeve. And there's gaps between those rusty holes and shit and the inside of the brass where those cracks are. So we got to get this to go in that little cavity that's in between, which is minuscule. Okay. Oh yeah, that's like a good third of an inch of it on the bottom. Good, that should be good. All right. Here we go. And I can see it coming up the sides. Excellent. And the cool thing about, like, when I stirred it up there, I did stir some bubbles into it. But because this is clear, it's kind of hard to see it moving. So it's cool to have those bubbles in there because the bubbles are something you can watch move. Oh, there it is. It's coming out a crack. Interesting. Coming out that crack. Good. Seal that crack up. Yes. I should have taped over that, but I didn't know if it was going to come out. But at least we know it's getting to the crack, which is great. Great, great, great. Yeah, I can see it coming out some of the cracks, which is great. That's what we want. I know it's getting to the cracks. If it comes out the outside, that's all right. I can get rid of it. That's cool. I'm just going to keep going round and round and round. I'm not worried about the bottom. The bottom's clean. Still flowing. There's less and less of it. So every kind of turn, the only place I can see it is when the fill spout here is on the bottom, and I can see in there. And I'm trying to keep it out of the threads. Isn't this fun, watching me do this? Let's watch somebody rock their baby to sleep. Yep. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing this because it's like slowly drying, you know, as I'm doing this and getting in a little spot. So every time I see it come around, there's a little less of it, which is excellent. And it's not coming out those cracks anymore. So it's doing its thing. So I would say that normally the tank does not include the skirt down in here. There is a gap though in that. So, but since the little steel tank, which is probably, you know, here down and flat, that you know, because I saw water when I was rinsing out the tank, when I was getting the paint off, I saw water coming out those holes. So yeah, it's all compromised there. Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll have to deal with that. Once it dries, I can clean the threads out. It's not a rock hard epoxy. It kind of dries, kind of rubbery to the touch. Yeah, it's slowing down a whole lot so it's starting to dry up. But we're making sure we're getting all those cracks over and over and over again. As like I said, there's like probably a little cavity. Wow, yeah, there's still a lot in there. I put a lot in there. I hope we're covering it. I could just stop this turning thing, but I mean, if there's just so much, I just want to make sure we get a good seal, so I don't have to do this again. I'm watching the bubbles go by. I'm not going to pour out the extra stuff. I'll just let it sit in there and do its thing. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. Well, man, if we're going to be able to fire this thing up tonight, I'm going to be a happy camper. So we do that. We do like a little final polish, kind of rub it down a little bit. There's still little bits of that compound, that rubbing compound, around in spots. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to leave it. I don't even need this jar anymore, but I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to wash it out just to have around. Now I can dedicate it here in the lab to such a thing. There's some more in here. Might as well put it in. I think for something like this, too much is a good idea. I really don't see. It's like I said, there was just completely rotted out steel found inside. We're dependent on this beautiful brass that withstood decades of being on a freaking fence post. Man, talk about exposed to the elements. Why does it spill so easy? I don't know what it is. All right, that'll clean that out. Only problem with getting it on my cutting board is that my cutting board is nicely seasoned with all kinds of oils and crap, you know, linseed oil and everything is penetrated. You look at the early videos and how bright the wood is, and now it's all dark. I like that. I like that. I just may need to reapply some oil to it because the acetone just did a job on it. Yeah, it ain't pretty. It ain't perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. I'll put this somewhere. Use it for just this type of occasion. All right. Yeah, wow, there's still so much in there. It's going to take forever to dry, but... Okay, I am relatively confident that we have covered all our cracks here. And it's getting very, very molasses-like. Molasses on a cold day. So I think we're good. Good with the agitation on that. Very nice. I'm happy. I'm happy with this situation here. I'm going to give it a little polish around my little patches here. Okay. Well, oh boy, oh boy. Nice. Well, we won't know how we did here with this tank seal until later today. But I'm going to go out and do some working, do some driving, pick up some farm fresh eggs. I am getting low. And we're going to let... Okay, it's been a little while. Let me see if we still have any kind of viscosity going on here, or if it's just kind of done. All right. So, yeah, we're going to let that do its thing. We're going to let that settle. Maybe I'll put it in the sun. Oh, yeah, the sun's out. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to go have my breakfast, and I'll be back, and hopefully we'll do a little final polishing up. We'll do an assembly, and we're going to try to light it. I'm so excited. All right, I'll be back. Yeah, just about just like... All right, so we are back on the delicious Fire King and I left it. It's been sitting here for 9 hours. It was in the sun and things like that, and now we can get off. Yeah, I can see where I wiped off some of that. I use an old buffer wheel. Maybe I'll put a fresh one on there. This one's pretty. Well, let's see. Let's see how this rest does. All right. Let's see. I buff off some of that adhesive that had come through that crack there. All right. Well, yeah. Let's try some acetone actually. There we go. And I'm not using the brush because I don't want it to get in that crack and disable the because acetone will reverse this stuff in the fountain. So I didn't want to brush it on there and have it go in the crack, and you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You can't have it in the crack. Yeah, I don't have a bit, a wire bit small enough to get in these threads, but maybe a pointy bit. Maybe a pointy bit will get in there. As I know, I got some. Oh yeah, the cap. We got to do the cap. So I think we're gonna look around at this, and I'll just kind of maybe go over parts of it with a little steel wool, make sure that we're all cool. And then we're going to assemble, and then we're gonna light it up. What do you think, folks? What do you think's gonna happen? Is it gonna light?
It's a labor of love. There's no doubt about it. Of course, the second being a classic receiver.
Oh yeah, we got these little bits down here. Can work on a little bit. Try it. So, yeah, I'm going to go at these little things we did here. These little, with that little bit of tank putty. We just filled in those holes. So I'll just kind of smooth those out. And, yeah, and that's looking nice, right? Loving that. Looks factory. I wonder if we can see in the fountain, see anything about our...
Buzz is still hanging out east, Mr. EMD. Go ahead there, Jerry.
Yeah.
You found the dummy load, I see. Go ahead.
There you can see, that is a seal all. Oh, it looks wet. I don't think it's still wet. I can't touch it. We gotta be dried up. I think we're dried up on that. Yeah, you can see that's got hairs. So when I was working on this manifold here, this outer part, some of the fibers from one of the bits came in there and just stuck to the adhesive, the seal all that we put in there. But now you can see, now it, like I said, it looks wet because it dries clear and shiny. All right. So let me this is a 400 grit. We'll just address it a little bit here, clean it up. All right, so yeah, I think that's all beautiful and ready to go. Nothing else to be done to that. I think I pretty much got everything steel wool is done up here. Yeah, I think we're all good, man. I think we're good. Can't believe it.
Roger, W0VMC in the net. This is Whiskey 3 Echo Mike Delta. Buzz, I'm in the Hudson River Valley, 100 miles north of New York City, and hearing everybody reasonably well.
Okay, so wow, I'm hearing that guy really good.
KW1 serial number 54 and a 4500 range. I don't remember the exact number.
Okay, so I want to just see if I can file down a little bit more. Yeah, get this junk out of here.
Well, since the last talk, we had a rising weather here in the east, just unprecedented weather, low zero temperatures, and 2 snowstorms here resulting in about 3 feet of snow here. The Hudson River, which is more than a mile wide near me, was completely frozen over for the first time in years. And now it is beginning to break up, however, and the temperature is up in the 40s.
Okay. So, I'm not sure if, I think I'm going to have to do some bending of this tab here, I do believe. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Gonna have to try to bend that. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, but we will do it. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. Beauteous. So yeah, here we have it. This is our homemade replacement from a Streamline Monarch that donated this plate here. Not too bad. I think that's going to work just fine. I don't think anybody, well, I'll notice, but it's not horrible. Not horrible at all. All right, let's see. What else here we got? Oh, I want to put a polish on that. Do I? Do I want to put a polish on that? Oh, let's look. Let's look and see. Do I want to put a high polish on it? Maybe I'm going to just take it up a step. Maybe I'll take it up a step with an 800 grit. Just brighten it up a little bit. I don't want to go polish on it. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. So we're just going to brighten this up just a little bit. 800 grit. This brass here. All right. There. There we go. Let me just brighten her up just a little bit. It's no mirror finish or anything. Right. Now, let's find an old quick. A nice big one. Oh, you know what? We don't want one this big because we got a baffle. So we want to shorten her up a little bit. We'll save. Well. right. Yeah, this week's a little toasted, but I think we'll be all right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll plop her in there. I'm going on the assumption that our seal-all is dry. I can't get my finger down in there. Look at that. Nice. Why does that look all misshapen? That's kind of weird. Yeah. Looking good. Oh yeah, there we have it. Look at that. There we go. Oh, the cap. Got to work on the cap. I got to polish this up. Yeah, holy moly. Completely forgot about the cap. Now let's work on the cap. I'm going to go over to the polishing wheel. Yeah, because this is a tarnish just so heavy. Heavy, man. A little vinegar. Vinegar helped things a little bit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. A little vinegar in a cut. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, that's got paint still on it. That's why I'm having trouble. Okay. Be right back. All right. So we got a bit of some tarnish on there. So things kind of all match a little bit. I even polished my finger a little bit. Ooh, it got hot. It got hot. All right. Very nice. Flop it around there. Make sure threads are all cool. Yeah. Cool. All right. What's next? All right. So, boy, oh boy. Moment of truth is coming here. Let's see what happens, folks.
Well, good evening, K4BKC in France, W9 Juliet X-ray November. Tony,
I put a lot in there too.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know I have
Look at that, man.
probably.
Look at that. We did it. You and me, folks. You and me. We did it. Man. All right. So, now. Wow. Oh, Jesus. We didn't even treat. Oh, man. We didn't even treat this thing. Son of a gun. All right. It's going to be hard to wipe all that stuff off. But Oh, you know what? We got all brass and nickel here. We don't really need to protect it from rust, do we? Yeah, we don't need to. It doesn't need it. Gosh darn it. All right, so let's let that wick do its wicking.
Hopefully that'll get me down in the shack a lot more often. Anyway,
Wow, the globe. I cleaned up the globe.
other thing is that
This is a priceless, man. This is a priceless globe. Oh, freaked out firing this thing up with that in there. But we're going to burn it low. We're going to burn it on low because I don't want any problems here. That's interesting. Okay. Well, this is that globe's pretty short in there. Let me go try another sexy globe. So this might be, because it's so old, this might be a little short. Oh. Okay. Hold on a minute. We got a problem. Where's that coming from? Right there. Son of a gun. Okay. Gosh darn it. Okay, I gotta get this out of here. I can do this on the floor, folks, just because gravity. There's my funnel. There you are, funnel. I did put a lot in there, like I said. But I'm leaving a little bit in there so we can light her up. I really want to see this thing light. And at some other point, I will put more seal all in there after the tank all dries out and everything. Okay, so it's coming out of fire. That's where it came out. Fire. That's surprising, man, but I put a lot in there. But hey, I mean, look at the size of those holes, though. All right. So we still got some in there, but I think we're below where it was coming out. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that crack. Keep an eye on the crack. All right, so we're still wicking. Yeah, like I said, I put a lot of kerosene in there. Oh yeah, let me go find another sexy globe, plop in there and try it out. Oh. Wow, interesting. Okay, well. That's sitting low too. I don't know. Maybe the Fire King took something else. Because boy, that seems... Actually, you know what? I think I have one that's actually tall. I think I do. I wanted like bigger than others. I do. Let me go find it. It's yeah, it's packed away somewhere. All right. Oh yeah, that's starting to weep out here a little bit too. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. All right. Let me go find that globe. All right. So here it is. This is a big boy. So let's find out exactly how much bigger it is than all these other sexies that I got. Well, let's see. All right. So these ones that we use all the time. Oh, that's like 6 1/3. Just a hair shorter than the hair short of 6 1/2 inches. This one. It's just a hair under 7 inches. All right, so this is the only big one I've ever had come through my hands. This big boy here. So we'll clean that up a little bit better. Yeah, well first, let's see if it fits right. Oh, oh man, is that too big now? Is that too big? Well, I'm confused. Man. I mean, that's the 1/2 inch. That's the 1/2 inch that we need there. That's really weird, man. It's hair under 1/2 inch. Maybe that's just a little too big. That's the hair too big. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, that's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess for photo opportunities. So if you know what this monster would fit in, let me know. Big. All right, well, I'm going to have this beauty sitting in it for a light up. Man, I mean, is there a difference here? No?
W0 Victor, Mike Charlie, first win to CCA net. And we're going to make a
Maybe it's something with the glow plate. I wonder if...
call out there to the 73 round. Joe,
I can raise this plate up a little bit. Like that. That raised up the... Okay, that might help a little bit.
All right, anybody else?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah. Oh, no. Well, it's a little better. It's a little better. All right. That's what we're going to do.
I was a little quick on the static on the receiver.
So, yeah, I'm starting to get little weeps here and there. Okay, so we're just going to have to, after we light it up, I'm going to empty it out, let it dry out, and then I'll retreat it. And it's not coming out of my patches, it's coming out of these cracks. Oh, yeah, now it's starting to flow out.
Thanks, Robert. I just wanted to say I enjoyed listening to the net tonight. That's all. I've been sitting here copying the mail. And,
I just got to stop jiggling it. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm going to put cage on there. All right, so we're going to light it, folks. We are going to light her up. So let's kill some lights. Okay. I'm assuming that the wick is wicked, so let's do it. we go. Oh. It's burning like the well.
Robert, I don't believe that I made it this long, but I did. Copy from Bob and stations down that way. Wasn't so good.
Smoking a bit.
Like I said, I'm on the bike for 500. Gave Babe a rest. He's been running good.
Yeah, it's not a good flame at all. I'm thinking that wick's just toasted. Well, we're gonna go with it here. We're gonna keep it low anyway because of the deep globe that's in it. There we go. We have done it. Ooh, geez, look at that. Very cool. Nice. Well, folks, we've done it, and we're making it. Yeah, we're making a mess there. Now it's starting to flow out a little bit more. Now that I'm shaking it around. Well, look at that, folks. We did it. We did it, man. Fire King, leaky as though it is. Very cool, man. All right. Whew. Boy, it's been a fun couple days. I really enjoyed this. And I'm not worried about, we're just going to have to seal it more. That's all. I got a couple more tubes of that stuff. Because I want this thing to burn, but not with this in it. And we're going to keep that away from the heat. Yes, indeed. All right, folks. Well, that does it for me here and the Fire King. Very old Fire King with the coolest globe I've ever seen. So, hey, folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab once again. And don't you go change.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.